Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a tag video for the first time. I'll be doing the ratings and review tag. I will leave the questions and the original creator of the tag in the description box below. First of all, thank you to Jay from my quarter life crisis for tagging me. I am very sorry it took me this long to make the video. I know it's been months. If you don't know Jay yet, make sure to go and check out her channel. She has very chill and comforting videos, just talking about books and bookish things. It's good vibes only, cozy videos that will put a smile on your face, so go and check it out. In turn, I would like to tag Sam from Green Eggs and Sam. I really like her videos because she does a lot of creative book content, and I always find some really interesting book recommendations from her that I probably never would have found otherwise. And I'd also like to tag Belle Books and Broom, who does really cute journals, and I love hearing her discuss books and reading in general, so I think she'll be a great person to do this tag as well. If you're watching and would like to do this tag on your channel too, feel free to consider yourself tagged. And leave me a comment so I can check it out. On to the second question, which is, how do you know you've just finished a good book? Is it a thinking or a feeling response? For me, it definitely starts with a feeling. I know I've read a good book when it has moved me in some way, whether it's bringing up happy emotions or sad emotions or moving me intellectually. If I feel strongly about it, I think it shows that the book has left some impact. I do think it's a thinking response as well, but perhaps a little after that, once you start reflecting, once I start writing my review. And I would also say that I know a book is good when I keep thinking about it long after I've finished it. The next question is, when do you begin to form your review or rating? What is the first question you ask yourself? To be honest, this may be very basic, but I think it usually is, what was the book about? I always start by looking at the overall plot and the overall book, because I think it's a way for me to zoom out and be able to think about the different aspects of the book that I enjoyed or didn't enjoy. Next is, do you do star ratings? Why and why not? And if yes, explain your rating system. So I do use star ratings, although I don't always find it easy to conclusively rate a book. In an ideal world for me, it would be normalized to score books out of 10 stars because I think it would just be more accurate and nuanced. Sometimes I look back at previous ratings and I notice that I would have rated 2 books the same, even though I don't think I equally enjoyed or disliked them. But for the sake of convenience and I guess some rough ratings, I do use star ratings. A 1 star for me would mean that I didn't finish it. It would have to be really bad and probably have to be offensive in some way for me to give it 1 star. A 2 star is books that I really didn't enjoy, probably DNF'd or almost did so. 3 stars for books that I enjoyed but will probably not read again or think about all that much again. Enjoyable, but won't be talking about it or recommending it to everyone in the future. 4 stars for books I really enjoy, that I find myself thinking about, that has some reread value, and that I know I'll be recommending to people. And then 5 stars is reserved for really good books that I know I will rave about to people for months and years to come. Question number 5 is, do you believe every book has its perfect reader? Does this contradict the idea that a book can be bad? I think it's probably true, because at the end of the day it comes down to personal taste, and we all have different tastes and opinions, and there are plenty of books out there that some people hate and other people love. So I think it's probably true that every book has a perfect reader. The next question is, what book that you hated have you recommended? I don't actually think I have, so I'll skip to question 7. What makes a book good, bad, or great by your evaluation? Which is a really tough question, but I think I kind of mentioned it before, and this is something that I use for evaluating most media, including movies or music. But for me, a great book has to move me, whether it makes me cry or makes me laugh. I really mean this in the broadest way. It can make me really happy or make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, or it can devastate me. But if I read a book and I have no emotion or feelings about it whatsoever and I'm just indifferent to what I've just read, I wouldn't consider it a good book for me. Next question asks, when evaluating the quality of a book, do you have specific criteria or aspects of the book, such as character development, that you consider? Does this change if you are writing an in-depth review versus just thinking about the book for enjoyment? I definitely didn't used to have specific criteria, at least not consciously. Now I do use a list of guiding questions when I write up my review. I don't go through them one by one, but I mostly use it for when I'm a little stuck in writing my review to kind of organize my thoughts on it. It actually comes from a blog post, which I will leave in the description box below. Next is, do you consider star ratings or average ratings when choosing books to read at or add to your TBR? I do sometimes look up books on Goodreads to see what other people thought, but I think the rating would have to be really bad for it to put me off reading it. I think a lot of great books that I read did not have the best Goodreads average rating. I think because sometimes people either loved it or hated it, which makes the average quite low. But it doesn't mean that you won't be the one that actually loves it. So I'm actually quite skeptical when I see a very high rating and I feel like it hypes up the book a little bit too much for me. I wouldn't say it's usually accurate, so I try not to let it influence my decision too much. Next question is, who on BookTube does reliable and interesting reviews of books that you know you can use to decide if a book is for you or not? So aside from the people I already talked about earlier in this video, there are a few more people that I can mention here who really got me into BookTube in the first place. I really enjoy Noel Gallagher's reviews as well as Leonie's at The Book Leo. And to jump into the next question, does that booktuber use different language than you to evaluate and review the overall quality of the book? I'm not sure it's a language thing. I think it's more that they seem pretty genuine when they talk about books. Their reviews seem honest and nuanced. And both booktubers have some overlaps in the types of books that I like to read, and also some books that I wouldn't normally pick up, which is a nice way to find new kinds of books while at the same time knowing you'll probably like them too. And that was the last question in the tag. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.